Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Tim back in the car, which is where I spend most of my life and where I do most of these videos. So hey, today really quick video on a topic that I get a lot of questions about, and that is this. Hey Tim, how are the school districts, or how are the schools in North Alabama? Well, I'm happy to report that we have great school systems here, and all of them get really high marks. All of them are really well ranked statewide and nationally. Typically we have the Huntsville City School System. We've got Madison Schools, which are very close, and then we've got the county, Madison County Schools. We also have a number of private schools here that are very, very popular, but I'm not going to talk about them. I want to talk about the public schools because that's where the majority of kids are going to go. Looking at each school system, of course, Madison City Schools is the school district that you might hear about a lot because they get very, very high marks, not only statewide but nationally. They're in, and don't quote me on these statistics, but I believe they're in the top 10% of schools, or even in the top 10 here in the state of Alabama, and they rank very highly, maybe in the top 10% of schools nationally. And so the Madison schools are really one of the big draws and the reason why so many folks are looking to relocate to Madison. Now, that is not to say the Huntsville schools are not great, Madison County schools are not great. I really wouldn't hesitate sending my kids to any school here. But again, the Madison schools do get very high marks, and here's why. Just my thoughts. You know, both of my girls went to Madison City. I went to school in Madison back years ago before it was its own school system. It was just part of the county. We were a county school. But looking at the city of Madison, I talked about the city of Madison before on these videos, how progressive the city is, how good the politicians there are, the mayor, the city council. Well, another thing that makes Madison great is the school board and the school system. Now, the school board in Madison, these are not elected positions. It's not political. These are appointed positions. So you don't have the members of the school board doing the things that political elected board members typically have to do. Anytime you get politics involved in anything, it goes to hell. But here in Madison, the school board, it's an appointed school board. And I think there are a number of things besides the school board. Number one of the things I think that make Madison schools great are the facilities and the technology. All right. Madison School, the district itself has been around for, gosh, probably 25 years, something like that. But during that time, they've built really great schools with state-of-the-art, you know, computer systems, everything that you can imagine that should go into a modern school from a technology standpoint has gone into these schools. The internet is very big there, you know, the use of computers. So the facilities is a very important step. I mean, when I went to school, you know, gosh, 100 years ago, I actually went to a middle school that had no heat or air conditioning. It had no air conditioning at all. You would open the windows and they would put fans in the windows. In the winter time, it did have like a furnace system that barely worked. So let me tell you, if you don't think sitting there when it's 95 degrees sweating bullets affects how well you do in school, you're wrong, because it does. Same way if you're freezing your butt side off in the winter. So those facilities are very important. Of course, in this modern age, technology is important. The internet, the computer systems, the teleconferencing systems, all of that is important. Next, I think, is the curriculum is important. You know, the Madison City Schools, once you get to 11th and 12th grade, you're basically taking college courses. I know my daughter Sierra, by the time she went to college, she already pretty much had her freshman year done because of all the AP and college level courses that she took in high school in Madison. So the curriculum is very, very, very important. I think you have to tailor the curriculum to the kind of students that you are producing. I mean, a lot of math, a lot of science, even a lot of engineering, but they also have a very big focus on arts and those sorts of things. But I think that curriculum really sets Madison kids apart, because again, by the time they're ready to go to college, they're already doing college level work. So I think that's very important. Another thing that's very important, of course, are the teachers, the staff, everyone from the superintendent on down. They really have to be people who are dedicated to these students, dedicated to their education, dedicated to making it work. So just the people who work in the school system here in Madison is very important. And again, not to say those folks aren't equally as adept in the Huntsville city and county. You've got some really great teachers and administrators there as well. So I think that makes a difference. I think one of the things that really makes a difference here in Madison is the student body itself. Because, and this is just my theory, and this may be total BS, but I think the DNA goes a long way. And the reason I say that is this: you know, the city of Madison is home to a lot of the folks that come here for work. Engineers, scientists, physicists, PhDs, highly educated folks. And I think they breed highly educated kids. And so I think the DNA doesn't fall very far from the tree when you look at not only the level of intelligence, and again, I am not saying that Madison kids are any more intelligent than anyone else. I'm just looking at the factors that are at play here. And I think DNA makes a big difference. Not only that, I think the way that children are raised in those households is more disciplined. They're more prone to want to do their work and that sort of thing. Again, I am not saying the kids here are any better than anywhere else. I am simply making the observation that I think the brain power of the kids at Madison Schools is a direct result of their parenting. Now, let me say this. That's not always the case, because my kids went to Madison Schools. My youngest daughter, Sierra, who now has a master's in accounting, graduated, you know, right at the top of the class at Bob Jones High School. She went to college, and when she got her accounting degree, she was #1 out of, I think it's 1,800 business school students. So she's incredibly smart, and my DNA had nothing to do with it. Trust me. My kids are succeeding in spite of the Knox DNA. But anyway, I think all of that wrapped together really makes a difference as far as the Madison school system goes and why they get such high marks. Now, let's talk about Huntsville, and let's talk about Madison County. Again, equally great school systems, equally great educators, equally smart, you know, dedicated students. And I think that's why, you know, you're seeing those schools really come up in those rankings. And, you know, it's a much larger school district. There's a lot more kids to deal with. Of course, anytime you have way more kids, you've got way more teachers, it's costing way more money. There's a lot of factors at play. But the bottom line is this: I would not hesitate to send my kids to any school in Madison City, Huntsville City, or Madison County. The schools here are all fantastic. All of them do offer a great education. And again, a lot of the education falls on you, mom and dad, on how you raise your kids, educate your kids, discipline your kids, prepare your kids for school and the real world. So a lot of it does attract or fall back on you. So there you go. We've got great school systems here. There's really no school here that has a lot of issues or problems. You know, this is not, you know, an inner city system where you've got, you know, an overcrowding and a breakdown. This is North Alabama. You know, our schools, they're not overcrowded? I would imagine they're crowded at this point. With the number of people moving here, you're going to have to see more schools being opened. I know right now, I think in the city of Madison, we've got a brand new elementary school that's open. We've got 2 high schools here now. I don't think it'll be that long before we've got to add more schools. Now, there's the downside. When you get a school district like Madison, where, you know, the city is so popular because the school system is a draw, you've got people crowding to get into those schools. So naturally the school district has to expand, open more schools, and I think eventually that will happen. You know, I'm happy to report that those who are in power here, as far as our schools go, are doing a fantastic job. They keep our kids at the forefront of everything, and they are dedicated to making sure that our schools here are among the best in the country. All right, so hey, there you go. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below, or give me a call. You know, I've got Revolved Realty here. If you are moving to the area and you'd like to get on the phone and let's just chat about schools, the area, homes, whatever it is you want to talk about, give me a call. My number is below. And hey, if you like what we do here on the channel, do me another favor. Give us a thumbs up, click the like button, and click the bell notification icon. That way you never miss another video. And God forbid you miss one of these videos, because they are an entertainment value. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you find the video helpful. If you've got questions about life in North Alabama, drop them in the comments below, and I would be more than happy to reply to your comment. And if it's something that a lot of folks would be interested in, I'll do a video right here on the channel. All right, that's it. Get out there, make it a great day. Bye.